Well, hello everyone, good morning and welcome to your sunrise safari right here on Wild Earth. It is Wild Whisker Wednesday and we are excited to be out in the bush. Welcome on board. My name is Amy and behind the camera with me is Paul. And we are here at Sandringham and excited to be out and about. But I'm not the only one who's out and about. We also have Kerri at Mabula, we have Eric in the Sabi Sands, and of course David in the Masai Mara. And they too are out this morning seeing what they can find for you. Who knows what the drive has in store? It's one of the beauties of being out on a morning drive is just the excitement of being out and seeing what the day holds. A new story is yet to unfold.
Julia is still lying in the same place here of the dam. It's almost like she hasn't gone back into the water, which is interesting. Would have expected her to have gone into the water and then come out only a little bit later. Anyway, that's fine. But now you can really see there's that one tooth that I was talking about that is very, very long. It's on the top jaw, facing down, in the middle of her mouth. And crocodiles are known as animals who have, crocodiles are polyphyodont, which is basically short for, well, not short, a very fancy word for unlimited teeth. So crocodile, when they lose teeth, obviously we've seen how aggressive they can potentially get, and they often, rip teeth out or lose teeth out for biting lots of bone or unforeseen circumstances. But often they lose teeth when feeding sometimes. Just because they lose their tooth doesn't mean the tooth is not going to grow back. It grows right back in the exact same spot. So unlike us who have two sets of teeth, or elephants who have 6 sets of teeth, these guys have unlimited sets of teeth. Raymond, that's a good question. They have between 60 to 110, 120. It's in between there. It depends on the crocodile itself. But I mean, look at all of them. Oh, she's winking. No, she's winking at you, Cam, not me. I don't think.
Well, welcome back everyone. We hopped off the vehicle to show you some more tracks, and there are some more lion tracks here. They are from last night. I can see that there's a lot of detail to them. They are slowly degrading because of the strong wind, strong breeze that we're having at the moment, but you can see them here quite nicely. This one there, this looks like a sort of a young male lion that was walking on this side. There's also some smaller tracks of a lioness going down the center of the road. But also what we have here are some genet tracks. Now, genets are not cats. They fall into a different family, but they do also have paws. And just to show that size difference between something as small as a genet and something as big as a lion. So if I put my hand here, you can see the tracks that I showed you earlier were sort of half my hand size. This one is sort of a full hand, how much bigger. And then if I go to the genet, it's basically my thumb could cover them over completely. They also are slightly splayed, so because of the soft sand, that they are a little bit more bigger than if they were walking in sort of very soft, fine soil. So it was just interesting to sort of show you that comparison between a very, very small paw and a very, very big paw that are walking actually in opposite directions. So here we've got the lion moving in this way, and then we've got the genet moving this way. And you can see that by the way the toes are pointing. So you've got the toes on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, moving in this direction up. And then, of course, with the lion on this side, you've got the toes pointing in the opposite direction.
Now, the two youngsters, two boys, left the hippo, and I think they had eaten enough. And now we've got two adult females, which to me, they have not been here because the faces look the normal lions we know. These are not my new black-faced lions. These are just the normal lions that we have always been seeing every other time. For those of you who could be joining us now, this is the Paradise Pride of lions. I've had before two youngsters, two young males. Now these are two fully grown girls. And from the look of things, they have not had any taste of this carcass from day one. John, you're asking if there's any part of this carcass they will not eat. Yes, John, they hide the skin. When things are very dire, they will, but knowing the lions of the Mara, they have a lot of choices of what to hunt and what to devour. The hide over hippo, John, is very tough. It's very chewy, it's very gum, not even for any animal. Definitely, they will not be bothered to deal with the hide. And of course, lions are known not to go for bones. They always go for anything soft, any fillet. That's what they're dealing with. See the number of flies there. I would say it took a lot of energy maybe to tear that part of the hide, for the lions to be able to access to the internal organs or to the soft flesh. But maybe not having brought down the hippo themselves, excuse me, they found themselves in the wrong position or to the very best place to feed on it, because the mud is not making life any better for these lions.
There's a back and forth between cheetah chasing wildebeest, wildebeest chasing the cheetah. Where have those cheetah gone? I think he's just following on. What? Oh my goodness. The cheetah definitely are having a unique hunting strategy here. They keep chasing antelope, but they don't get afraid, so they're very brave. Where have those cheetah gone? There we go. There's one on the left there. So even though these antelope know that the cheetah are here, the wildebeest were actually confronting the cheetah, trying to chase the cheetah back. They are just going after these wildebeest. Oh yeah, it's quite unusual. So we had a question earlier about cheetah and their hunting strategy, and I've never quite seen this hunting strategy in cheetah before. Normally they would use the element of surprise to try to stalk up to their prey, which the blesbok, I feel like they knew that these cheetah were here the whole time, so they took off, and then they tried to chase these wildebeest, and the wildebeest are not having any of this nonsense. Malaika, oh my, I think is a very great way to describe this rather unusual sighting. Again, I think these two male cheetah are rather hungry and they are taking a lot of chances here today.
Let's do a bit of primates. It's very normal with lions. We know what they love to do is to sleep. But there are animals that will always keep you going. James's friends, the ellis, and now primates like baboons will always give you some action. Feeding time for these olive baboons here. Apparently, I've been looking at this particular patch of green, and I got a feeling there is some underground water from it, because many times I've bumped into some birds here, but the birds only come in the evening. During the day, the mornings, there's not a single bird. Not sure they take the feeding patch in shifts between themselves and the baboons. But now look at that young one. What's happening there? There's a little little fight between the mother and that baby baboon. I'm trying to imagine, maybe she wants to nurse. The mother is not for it. Like, I need first to feed myself to get enough food to be able to provide you with some milk, foraging as usual, getting any worms or insects here. Vicky, you ask whether baby baboons are fully developed at birth. And yes, I mean, baboons, Vicky, I'm sure you know, are primates. And being primates, they are almost, I would say, let me say not almost, but they are developed at birth. By the time they're born, the babies are always developed. And that would happen to all primates, Vicky. Talking about, you know, big apes like the gorillas, bonobos, chimpanzees, they'll always have their babies developed when they are born. There's one sitting on a termite mound there, and my guess is that is a male. And sometimes they'll always want to look in their territory, finding out if everything is okay.
Well, here in the Sabi Sand, it is now the western. Well, we're in the western wild wacky Whisker Wednesday. We've got ourselves some leons, and they are sitting on top of the termite mound, just enjoying it all. Now, yes, these are the Nkuhumas, and what appears to be an Nzenga male who's in the bush, and he's been following around. Well, he's been following these females around for a couple of days now, almost. You're looking at the focus of the one on the left-hand side. She's focusing on some zebra that are behind us. Very difficult to see. They've been staring in this direction for quite some time and couldn't quite figure out what it was that they were looking at. And then there's the one who's so hungry, you can see she's drooling. Oh, piggy they are. Stunning. Stunning ladies. Definitely think the one on the left, I think, is definitely the youngest. And this one in the middle-aged, and then there's the one who's on the far right, I think, is the oldest thing. She's also drooling. What's going on, guys? Why are we drooling? Are we just really hungry? Goodness me. I think these guys have been fighting. Something has happened. As Cam noticed, he's got quite a bit of a wound on his back leg. And the females also got a couple of scratches on them. I don't know. Maybe there's been a bit of a disagreement amongst them. But there you can see a little bit of a scratch there. On the one part of the leg where there is actually a wound, the stick is in the way, so you can't actually see it. The only thing that this guy wants to do is sleep. So he's been doing what the females haven't been doing. And that's just sleeping. Some of the females have had these little naps of like 2-minute naps, and then they wake up. Another 2-minute nap, and then they wake up, and then maybe a 5-minute nap, and then they wake up. He has not woken up once. He's been sleeping non-stop.
We have our third hornbill here in front of us. It was just eating something. I'm not sure exactly what, but it was pecking hard, sort of cracking something and taking bits of it. Looks like it might walk towards us. The others are, they've moved out across the road, whereas this one is most likely going to follow them, which means it might come past us quite nicely. Hope, fingers crossed. But it's nice to see them active doing their thing here and also hanging around, not disappearing too quickly. How beautiful are they? I think they have such beautiful eyes and eyelashes as well. And those beaks are so powerful. I mean, the way they can dig with them, also using their feet as well to get things underneath the ground if they need to. We saw the remains of a tortoise, leopard tortoise shell the other day, which was definitely one of the prey species that these birds are able to overpower and eat. So in terms of, in comparison to other birds, they probably don't do that much flying, but they can fly. They do fly. They roost in trees overnight. We had them flying the other day over a herd of buffalo here at Sandringham. So when they need to cover ground and move a fair distance from one area to another, they most certainly do fly. But I wouldn't call them soaring birds. They don't spend a huge majority of their time in the air. So we're just sitting here with Q. She's actually approached a bit closer to us. And she does look a bit sunken in, so I'd say she's ready for her next meal. So she's probably hungry. Lots of impala around. Shucks. Cat, there's a snake. Just off on the left here, on the stump. Oh my gosh, I hope she sees the snake coming. Have a look here. Can you see just off to the left there, there's a snake. I don't know what it is. I hope it is not. It looks like a cobra of some sort. I hope that Queen sees this cobra. Oh, yep, she's noticed it. Thank goodness. What how crazy. You don't often see snakes. We've got a snake slithering by. This doesn't look like a nice snake though. I think it's a cobra of some sort. And a bite from a snake like this for a predator could be fatal. So cheetah can survive with a missing limb. If that does, if they get bitten by a puff adder, something like that, they can get necrotic limbs and can be quite nasty. But a bite from a cobra like this could be fatal to a very small cheetah. Uh-oh, it's actually coming right for us. Crested barbet is also alarm calling. Oh, cat. I hope he doesn't come up into the vehicle. I don't know what is up with the snakes here at Mabula. It's not the first time I've had a snake approaching my vehicle at Mabula. I think I'm gonna just reverse a little bit here if possible. The snake is coming right close to the car. And cobras are known to rear up, so just gonna come face here. Animal lover, yes and no. Cobras are known to rear up a bit, so they can actually spit at you, and I don't have... Okay, he's gone off into the bush there. I think we are safe. Whew. Okay, I'm a little bit... My heart is beating a bit fast here. I'm just gonna come back over here. Stay away from that cobra. The last thing we want is to be spat in the eyes by a cobra. Now, there's definitely some bad voodoo on Mabula with snakes. I think I attract snakes on Mabula. I think this is the third time I've almost had a snake climbing into a vehicle with me at Mabula. I don't know what is up with the snakes here. Whew. How are you doing there?
Oh, I'm good.
Cat? Oh, my heart is beating. Well, I'm glad that no one got injured by the snake today.
Well, we've done a little bit of a switcheroo. We've come down into the Molawati riverbed. I think this is where some of these ellies were going. I can see some in the background moving down here, which is perfect. Nice and shady down here. It's not very, very warm. But well, for now, these elephants are just happy to be feeding around this particular quarry. And we've got quite a big bull here. He's eating something. I know it's a stump of, well, a branch of something. We didn't actually see what branch it was. But whatever it is, he is enjoying it. He's chewing on it like it's bubble gum. Nice and chewy. But he's doing exactly the thing that we observed another male. Was it a male? It was a female. He's doing exactly what we observed the female doing the other day when we were watching them munching a marula. So what happens is they've put this big branch in the mouth, chewed half of it, but not all of it is being chewed. So some of it's just being held by the lips. I mean, animal lover, you'll be surprised how camouflaged these elephants can be. They can blend into trees, or blend into a wooded area very, very easily. Sometimes if they don't move, you might not know that they're there if you're watching from above or aerial movements from the air. But I think this is just the way that they're made, you know. It is interesting though. It's like, why hippos, that purpley black color. I think it's just the way that they are made. I don't think it's a evolutionary thing. But most of the time when you see elephants, they're either dark, like a dark color, or they're brown color, depending on what soil is in the area. And in this area, it's lots of dark soil. So if they throw mud on themselves, they do appear darker than they actually are. Then the rain comes around and washes all of that mud and soil off, and then they become these grey animals again.
I think it just picked up a bone. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I love when we get to watch them chew one. Kudu, I think it's any type of bone within size range, of course, being able to pick it up and put it in their mouth. Often see vertebra being chosen of the giraffes I've seen chewing bones because they are quite nice and round. But it can be anything. Any bits that they might pick up. It might not even be an entire bone. It might just be a shard. Now, this practice is called osteophagia. And basically is how animals out here can supplement their diet from what they usually eat. Giraffe are browsers, so they eat a lot of leaves and flowers, things like that. And they need a little bit extra calcium, and so they like to chew on a bone or two.
Amy, if we can, we'll go beyond forward. If we can, we can't, it's fine. You know, man.
Gillian, aren't they just... Oh. And now? Just did a little step.
we're still sitting with our cheetah. The smaller male, Katlejo, he's still busy feeding away. His bigger brother has decided that he's going to take a nap. He's finished munching for a bit. These cheetah are very, very lucky that they have not had any other predators besides some very curious warthogs coming to try and take their kill away, but we are approaching brown hyena time. So Belinda, cheetah are the fastest predators in Africa, and Gert and I were chatting about it would be really cool to see cheetah having a race or hunting some fast antelope like red hartebeest or a Sabi. So Sabi is the fastest antelope. Sabi can run between 70 to 75 kilometers an hour, whereas cheetah can reach 90 to almost just under 100 kilometers an hour. So there are 3 Sabi on the reserve, which have actually all joined together. They formed their little micro herd of Sabi, which is quite unusual. Normally you see them scattered all over the reserve, but it would be interesting to see. I'm sure cheetah could take down a Sabi, although Sabi is quite a large antelope. But these boys, with what they've been hunting recently, I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to take down a Sabi. I don't think they'll be very popular because there are only 3 Sabi left on the reserve. Right, so we've got a rhino that is approaching. Oh, I don't think this rhino noticed that the cheetah were there and all of a sudden got a bit of a fright. Oh, what is going to happen here? Ooh, looks like the rhino are going to chase the cheetah off of their kill. Oh my goodness. We've got 2 rhino chasing these cheetah off their kill. How crazy. Oh my goodness. The Mabula magic has definitely been kind to us today. Yep, the rhinos do seem to be the troublemakers of Mabula sometimes. How crazy. Well, oh my gosh, so this rhino is actually stabbing the kill and playing with it. I think he's trying to figure out what's happening or doesn't realize that this antelope is dead. Cheetah are not happy that their food is being played with. Oh, there's days like today when you just absolutely surprised by the behavior of some animals. What is happening? James, I cannot answer that question. I have no idea why on earth these rhino would go and chase a cheetah off their kill, and then maybe they're trying to help it. Maybe they think the antelope is still alive, which is a bit late for this little blesbok. Oh gosh. I think I'm going to sleep very, very well today after all the adrenaline from this afternoon's drive. The rhino coming in and chasing the cheetah off of their kill. Where? What? Alrighty folks, just want to say thanks to the viewers. Please join us tomorrow, Sunrise Safari, and thanks to all of our other guides out there that have been busy also having an interesting, wacky, whiskered Wednesday. Thanks to Amy, thank you to Eric, and thank you to David. It's been rather entertaining. I'm looking forward to seeing what tomorrow holds. A new day, fresh safari. Maybe we'll have some interesting interactions with these cheetah tomorrow morning. So who knows what's going to happen out there. It's always rather entertaining, rather eventful. Let's see what's going on with these cheetah. We'll see you tomorrow, folks, on the Sunrise Safari.